A voyage to the night sky. Once there lived a little girl named Z in the outskirts of a village. On a late evening, leaning towards the rim of balcony, she was looking upon the sky as her mother yells, "Z!" with cautious tone. When Z turned her face, her mother, her pale face, and approached her, and Z narrated, "What's that, princess? What's wrong?"
"I miss Granny." "When we gaze at the sky, she told me if she goes away, then to find her looking at the sky, she'll be the brightest and constant star smiling and twinkling on me."
"Okay, do you find her now?"
"No."
Then mommy says, "Let me help you find Granny," and then they both went to the terrace. The changing sky. Though the stars are in almost fixed positions in relation to one another, the night sky appears to change throughout the night and more slowly from season to season throughout the year. These changes are due to the rotation of the Earth on its own axis once every day and the revolution of the Earth about the Sun once every year. Just as the Sun and Moon appear to rise in the east and set in the west because of the rotation of the Earth, so too do the stars. The stars and constellations appear to rise in the east and set in the west. Thus, the stars and constellations that you see overhead at 9 p.m. on some night will appear to set by 3 a.m. and a new set of stars will be seen overhead. The whole sky appears to rotate about us once every 24 hours. The axis or time about which it rotates passes through the well-known star, the pole star or Polaris, and as a consequence, the pole star remains fixed in the northern sky, even though all the other stars appear to move through the night. It's not easier to see a Polaris in normal day as it's not that bright, so we have to go somewhere where light pollution is too less and mark Big Dipper and Little Dipper in the northern sky, then extend a line from Merak and Dubhi of Ursa Major, Saptarshi, to north. It will hit Polaris. Shooting stars are really not stars at all. They are just grains of dust or rocks from outer space which burn up and shine when they enter Earth's atmosphere. Among the stars that you see, you often find star-like objects which, however, do not twinkle. These are the planets, comparatively cold objects which move around the sun and which shine only because of the sunlight that they reflect. Some of the planets from our solar system are easily visible from naked eye in certain times and sky. It's not easy to spot Mercury easily as it is very close to the sun. It can only be seen low on the horizon just before sunrise or soon after sunset. Venus, the brightest object in the sky after the sun and the moon, it is seen either as the evening star after sunset or as the morning star before sunrise. Although we can watch 5 major planets in the dusk sky. If we look towards the eastern sky, we'll find the planets above the horizon. The brightest one that you'll spot, that one is Venus. Go down left, closer to the horizon, you will spot a fainter than the Venus, that is Mercury. Going up to the right of Venus, you will find 2 stars lined up on a slant, and the upper one is the Saturn. Looking to the right of Saturn, you will find an orange or yellowish one, and that is Mars. And lastly, towards the decreasing slope of Mars, you will spot the brightest, yet lesser than Venus, hence the second brightest, and that is Jupiter. A large collection of stars, about 100,000 million of them, called the Milky Way galaxy. A galaxy is a very large collection of stars that are held together by the force of gravity. If you really want to enjoy the watch of our home galaxy within home, all you need are dark skies free from light pollution. The galactic core of the Milky Way is located in the constellation Sagittarius, so you have to locate the Sagittarius first, and there the Milky Way appears as a hazy fog stretched across the sky. The parts you can see depend on your location on Earth and the time of year, but you can always see some part of the Milky Way. And the most interesting one are the constellations. A constellation is a group of stars that make an imaginary shape in the night sky. They are usually named after mythological characters, people, animals, and objects. In different parts of the world, people have made up different shapes out of the same groups of bright stars. Let's check out some of them. When you look at the north sky around the summers, you witness some of the major constellations, namely Ursa Major, that is Great Bear, Ursa Minor, Little Bear, Cyphers. Remember that Polaris, the pole star, remains in a fixed position throughout the year. It is always due north at an elevation equal to your latitude. Thus, if your latitude is 25 degrees, the pole star will be 25 degrees above the northern horizon. Beta and Alpha Ursa Majoris point to Polaris. Ursa Major, the Great Bear. The Great Bear, in all his glory, is a truly splendid sight. Though the stars, other than those of the Big Dipper, are fainter than second magnitude, the bear can be easily made out on a clear, dark night. Start with the Dipper. Locate the two symmetrical pair of legs and find the head, and the bear falls into place. Ursa Minor, Little Bear. It is a faint constellation too close to the horizon as seen from the southern parts of our country. In the north, it should not be too difficult to find on clear dark nights, visible throughout the year in the north. Orion is another unmistakable constellation. Generally looking overhead and north, Orion is overhead and south. In the winter skies, Orion, Hunter, is one of the brightest and most unmistakable constellations. Has two first magnitude stars, the red giant Betelgeuse and the whitish blue giant Rigel. The second magnitude stars of the belt are from a distant group and are useful as pointers. The famous Great Orion Nebula M42, which has been seen as a hazy patch on clear nights, lies on the sword of Orion. Another sky mark is Pegasus constellation. The Great Square of Pegasus is unmistakable and is the landmark sky mark for this area of the sky. Alpha and Beta Pegasi point to the pole star and indicate the north-south axis. After locating the Great Square, trace the long curved tomb limb starting from Alpha and going to bright Epsilon. Then locate the small triangle near Beta. After all, other than these, there are many more. But yes, she's the Polaris star. She's always there to show you the right way. She's always there for you. Look, Grammy's shining at me the way she used to smile. Do you also want to learn like Z? Here you go. Best places in the world for stargazing. Due to extensive growth in population resulting in the light pollution, we mostly find it difficult to witness the astronomical event. But here we are presenting some places which always being a gateway to enjoy and study the astonishing sight of the stars and the constellation. Brecon Beacons, Wales. Zeslik National Landscape Protection Area, Hungary. Atacama Desert, Chile. Tenerife, Canary Islands. Cherry Springs State Park, Pennsylvania. Aoraki Mackenzie International Dark Sky Reserve, New Zealand. Mauna Kea, Hawaii. Denali National Park, Alaska. Sark, Channel Islands. Some tools used for sky watching. Once you reached a perfect location with a minimal light pollution, now all you need are some basic tools which aid you to be an awesome stargazer. In ancient times, people used to gaze using binoculars, telescopes, but with the advancement of technology, we have some handy tools like Stellarium, which is an open source software for stargazing and identifying our home constellation. Here are some of the awesome tools: Google Sky Map, Steralium Astronomy Software, Star Track, Star Walk. Alright, we have an idea of stargazing and spotting the miraculous star, and obviously looking cool in front of your friends. Let us know in the comments down below which celestial body draws you more. Till then, be a cool and happy stargazer, and we will see you in the next video. Share this video to share this amazing information. Let us know in the comments section which fact you liked the most. Stay tuned for the upcoming videos about other mind-blowing concepts and facts. We'll see you in the next video.